What's up, guys? Jimmy here. Wanted to give you my review of the Harbor Freight Haulmaster 10 cubic foot lawn yard wagon, whatever you want to call it, right? This is a special one for you guys because this is probably my first bad review that I'm going to do. Something I bought that not very happy with, but yeah, you're gonna see mine looks a little different, and we're gonna talk about that. So the first thing about this thing, it took forever to put this thing together. The little screws here, they fall out even with the lock washers. So I'm not telling you not to buy this thing, okay? But I'm just gonna tell you what you're gonna encounter with it. These, let me zoom out a little bit. These screws would fall out, and I had to keep putting them back. You might want to Loctite them or something when you put this together, like just a drib on each one. There is a lot of screws. You can see they're all around it, and that's part of the structural integrity of this thing. So I had it for a couple days. It kept turning over on me, even when I wasn't on something steep. You know, you're going a decent amount of speed with an ATV, or it might be easier with a lawnmower because you're going more constant. With an ATV, it's hard to maintain speed, but even not going fast at all, like if you hit a rock or something, it's likely to bounce and turn over. So that's kind of annoying. But when I first had it, I did not know that you're supposed to put a pin in this. That's just my oversight. I didn't think about it. I thought this locking bed would hold it. Make sure what will happen is that thing will come loose going up a hill. It'll shake around and release, and that thing will come back. And I bowed this wagon up after having it for like 2 days. It caught a stump and bent the wagon. So I had to bend it back. But yeah, ever since then I put a pin in it. So what I did do was widen the axles, because like I told you, it was turning over a lot. And I'm not using it on anything super steep. But I did, take some wood, and I put me like I think it's a 5/8 piece of rolled steel that I bought at Tractor Supply. I took out the old axle and put in a I think it's like 42 inches or 38 inch long piece of steel to widen its stance so that it won't turn over. And ever since then, it's been great. But yeah, that's kind of what I did. And I used some little, they're like a bearing stopper, or like a axle, I forget what they're called, but basically it has a set screw in there that screws out into there and keeps the wheel from moving. But I did that to it. But guys, if you're going to use it around your yard, a level ground lawn, and you're going to use it for little stuff, and it's probably a good investment. I don't think it's going to break on you, but you're going to lose screws, so make sure that you tighten them down good, or put some Loctite on them when you assemble this, because you're going to see what I mean. There's far too many screws to put this thing together for you to have to worry about them coming loose and you having to fix them later. But I say this is a bad review because I bought this thing with the expectation that I wouldn't have to do a lot of work to it initially. But what I've had to do is reinforce the axles, widen the stance, put the wheels back on so that it won't roll, and then I'm going to put some plywood in the bed so that it really holds it. But as far as weight, it does hold the weight well, like 600 pounds. Yeah, it'll hold it, and I've used it a lot stacking wood down in the woods down there. You can see I have this brush pile, and I've loaded a lot of brush in this. I had to cut it into small sections because it's not very big. That's probably the only thing I'll really say about the bed. But as far as like just hauling mulch and stuff around the lawn, dirt, stuff like that, you'll be fine with it. But if you're gonna hook it to an ATV, a UTV, like a Polaris Ranger, Honda Rancher, or whatever it's called, you definitely need to widen the axles, because the thing is going to hit and turn over. Like, it just will. It has to be wide. But that's my honest review, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have questions, but I would say it's worth the money. But just prepare, if you're going to use it like I do, you're actually going to work with it. You might want to consider, because I think the price gap was like $200 for one from like a Tractor Supply or something like that. You might want to consider getting a bigger one. Just, that's my honest opinion. But it's all in what your pocketbook looks like. If you're just going to use it here and there on level, you have a nice lawn, you don't have ruts to go through, it'll be good for you. So thanks for watching, guys.